This is Lucifera.
And this is Entropy, back again. Today we'll be discussing who it is that truly is persecuted out there, the true bringers of light. And in doing so, let's look at this verse from John chapter 6, verse 2. They shall put you out of the synagogues, yea, the time cometh, that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth God's service. Christians claim persecution, yet they are the ones who have systematically persecuted every other faith on the planet. You don't hear of Jews rounding people up and killing them, but Christians rounded them up and killed them. Muslims would be second as far as doing this. You don't generally hear of Hindus or Buddhists or any other religion persecuting others simply because they choose not their religions.
This video is about the persecution of the Gnostic Church. For me, being Gnostic, I've had tons of so-called Christians come to my channel and try to discredit Gnosticism and try to slander my beliefs.
What are some of the things that you're called just right off the bat, just because of your screen name?
Witch, whore, devil, daughter of Satan.
So we're not talking about just when she's on there saying things against the Christian church. She might watch a video that's a music video and say, beautiful video, and people come at her like this. Yet you Christians, you're the ones persecuted, right?
You can't just judge a person by a screen name.
This whole silliness about the Luciferian Gnostic agenda. There's no agenda here. There's no agenda for us except to expose Christianity for what it is, and that's the reason they hate us so much.
And for me being Gnostic, I get some of these Christians coming at me and calling me Jewish simply because I'm Gnostic. I mean, I don't know how the two relate.
The Jews are supposed to be behind this huge cabal. Stop listening to every lie that you hear coming out of the mouths of people like Alex Jones and Mark Dice. Just because they say it doesn't make it true. You use no critical thinking skills when it comes to these people. You just believe whatever they tell you. They all have an agenda, and if they're making money on you folks, guess what their agenda is? It doesn't take much to figure it out. If they're going to come out and speak against Gnosticism and make all these bugaboos of the Gnostic/Luciferian beliefs, ask yourself why they're doing it. Come on, you can use some critical thinking skills when it comes to others. When it comes to the government, what is the government doing? Why don't you ask yourself, what are they doing and why do they do it? Alex Jones and Mark Dice is sitting up in a really nice house because of your fear, because they can play on your fears. It's not popular what I are doing, and yet we get talked to as though we're somehow part of this elite cabal.
Stop blaming the Gnostics, the Luciferians, the Jews. Look at your own religion.
All we're trying to do is point out the many, many shortcomings of your religion and the lies that have been told, and how systematically the Christian church has, over the course of the 2 millennia that it has been in existence, it has systematically killed anyone that doesn't agree with their belief system. Now you can look at other religions, but the thing is, unless it's Christianity or Islam, and correct me if I'm wrong, unless it's Christianity or Islam, they're not out there killing people because of their beliefs. There might be religious disputes because of over territory and things like that, just like any other warfare might happen. But they're not doing it because these people refuse to convert to their religion. Let's look at this verse again. They shall put you out of the synagogue, yea, the time cometh that whoso killeth you will think that he doeth God service. The important part of this, as somewhat different than any of these other videos we've done, is that we're trying to talk to you folks out there who agree with what we're saying with regards to Gnosticism, with regards to Luciferianism. If you agree with us, if you believe as we believe, you need to keep it in mind, because it is coming. It is not going to be the Christians who are persecuted and killed. It's going to be people like you and I.
I get some Christians who come to my channel and even threaten me, and saying, your time will come when you will burn at the stake. The New World Order will destroy you or will burn you. I mean, this is what the Christians want. The Christians want to see us burn to death and die and be tortured for all eternity.
Not just that, just a couple of days ago she got somebody saying that they look forward to your new husband or whatever skinning you alive. This is supposed to be Christians saying these things. The point not just being, yes, we're persecuted, and I'm not going to feel sorry for myself for that. We've made a choice to do what we do, if it could be a choice at all. This is who we are. But the point isn't just that we're being persecuted. The point is the intensity of the persecution. Because if the Christians had their way, and they will in a chaotic world, if the Christians have their way, they will do these things. They will round you up and kill you, and the whole time they will believe they're doing God's service.
And here's another thing too. The Bible talks about the synagogue of Satan. This is the church. They're the ones going around accusing. What does the devil do? Goes around accusing and goes around persecuting.
Yes, and we've discussed these things before. This is nothing new, but we want those out there not to be, again, another quote from the Bible, not to be lukewarm about this, because it's coming. It's coming. And you have to keep yourself in a frame of mind to realize that the truth that's being proclaimed, the truth that's being proclaimed by those who are Gnostic, those who are Luciferian, Gnostic, whatever they call themselves, the truth when you hear it. And the Christian church feels like it's losing its grip on its people, and what it's doing is it's going out there and having people like Alex Jones and Mark Dice and the like just feeding off these ideas that anything bad that happens in this world, you can blame the Luciferian Gnostics. So people like you and I are going to be put into a place where we're afraid to say we're Luciferians or Gnostics. The thing is, if you're lukewarm like that, and you're too afraid to proclaim something like that, and you are a Luciferian Gnostic, then you're easily going to be swayed back into the traditional Christian churches.
Speaking of fear, it's going to get to a point where you go out there and people start pointing the finger. Oh, a reptilian. Oh, Illuminati member. Oh, an alien, stuff like that. People are gonna be so afraid. It's gonna be basically like the witch hunts.
Right, but we look at the witch hunts from our perspective today and say, how could anyone possibly believe that? But yet, look around you now, folks. People actually believe that human beings are reptiles. They believe the Queen of England is a reptile, and this is becoming more and more traditional Christian ideas. As the old Christian folks who are now, pushing 70, 80 years old, the old generation, as they start to die out, this is going to become more and more accepted by traditional Christians. Let me give those of us who are truly trying to bear our light something to give us some hope here.
Here's Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
When you see these Christians coming up with lies about how many Christians are killed and how they're suffering, it is nothing but tactics that they're using to play the martyr, because it's not happening. Yeah, not in a very small amount in very obscure places around the world, Islamic countries mostly. So these verses are meant for those of us who are truly sharing the light, the true light, if you want to call the light of Christ, whatever you want to call it, if you want to call this God, if you simply just want to call spreading it the light itself. These verses don't have to be directed at people who call themselves Christians. We need to throw off our indoctrination in believing that the Christian church has got it all figured out, and just because it's in the Bible, it is directed to traditional Christians. That just is not the case, not necessarily when it comes to verses in the Bible. All of these things that were written that we have in the Bible today were written long before the consolidation of power came, and then the church started, the Christian church, then called the Catholic Church. So now understand that these things are directed for us, to give us hope through the pain and suffering of this world. The Gnostic Church was, at one time, killed off. All the people were killed off. Anything that the Gnostics had written themselves had been destroyed. But about 100 years ago, they found the Gnostic Gospels again, and there's been a new awakening of Gnosticism. Now, why do you think that is? The Christian church will tell you it's because we are the ones who are going to issue in the Antichrist. Ridiculous. We don't speak against the Christ at all.
In fact, we're the ones to bring about the Aquarian Age, the New Messianic Age.
Which, to Christians, traditional Christians, even those terminologies are pure evil. Well, woe to those who call evil good and good evil. That's all I have to say about that. Now, also, Lucy and I have decided that, at least for the time being, to move more away from these videos that are in attack mode against the Christian church. We also like to spread what truths we have. Now, I, as most of you know, am a Zen Buddhist, and that's where I am going to be moving my videos towards, directed towards more of a Zen Buddhist perspective on things. I'm going to be doing videos directed towards towards that.
I'm going to be focusing on the Gnostic beliefs, and get back into videos about Luciferianism, stuff like that.
So look forward to our new videos. We're going to try to direct things on a more positive note as the world itself turns towards more darkness and the crumbling of any kind of reasonable thought when it comes to anything, the fear that's out there that we've already discussed. So as that goes on, we're going to try to offer up what light we can to help with compassion and with the with comfort that comes from the Spirit within us, which is the Holy Spirit, and help to help people sort of get a grip on things as the world seems to digress into this insanity.
I'm also, regarding my videos, I'm also gonna get into spiritual ascension as well. Maybe even the Kabbalah.
We'll be doing videos together again, but we're trying to direct these things into a more positive tone for a while at least. So look for those, and I hope you enjoy our videos. Those of you who do, please feel free to press like and comment. If you have a comment that is, criticism, feel free to express those in a polite and respectful manner, of course.
Well, ending this video, this is Lucifera.
This is Entropy, and you all have a good day and a good week. Thank you for listening. Bye.